So I've had a bit of a weird day. Now it's been it's been a bit bizarre in the sense that I've just gone through a lot of emotions today. And my nose is red, probably because one, it's really, really cold, but I was also crying today because I think it's really, really important that on days like I've been having, that you actually express your emotions in an effective way. So for me, that is actually physically crying and getting the nonsense out of me. My hair's also having a bit of a moment, so I'm gonna try and make sure it's that's somewhat acceptable. Crying, yes, that's actually a good segue into what I wanted to talk about tonight. So I wanted to explore vulnerability tonight. So I've been having very vulnerable days, and I wanted to share that one of my favorite things to do is actually share my vulnerabilities. So it's a terrifying thing to do, and I know a lot of people most people in fact, are actually really put off by that concept. Now, when I talk about vulnerabilities, I don't talk about vulnerabilities as a weakness. So a lot of people I find can misconstrue vulnerabilities and weaknesses as bad things. For me, vulnerability is about opening up and exploring things that you may not normally show people. So there are very few people in my life who will actually have seen what I classify as the real, true me. So because I'm a performer as well, there's a lot of mirroring, a lot of projection, a lot of deflection that goes on, and I don't actually really truly show any kind of vulnerability properly. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that tonight and sort of just touch on it. So I don't want to make it into a big thing. It is a taboo thing to talk about, and I know that and I understand that. I actually shared some pretty vulnerable stuff with someone today, and it was really well received. So I trust this person, and it's really hard living here in Alice Springs. I moved here on my own, so there's a whole lot of backstory that unless you knew me, you wouldn't know. So at some point I will actually explain my backstory, but basically I moved towns for the job that I love, by the way. But I moved on my own. I brought my cats with me, but I knew no one. I had never been to the town before. I started a brand new job I'd never done before, and it's been really challenging for me along the way, actually living here, living my life here without the support of, the physical support of someone. So I know when people move, they might move with a spouse or a de facto partner, but because I've been single for 4 years, my de factos are my 2 cats. So I moved here with them. So it's been really hard to actually find someone whom I do trust enough to share vulnerabilities with. The only other person in my life is my mum, whom I share a lot of things with, but her being 4,000 kilometers away, it's really hard. So today, having shared that with this person, it was quite liberating for me. And so a big thank you to that person who was listening today. It ties in a lot with what I've been talking about recently with anxieties. And I know a lot of those subjects are quite taboo and no one really wants to talk about them because it is a vulnerability and it's seen as a weakness, but I want to break that kind of stigma. I know I'm not going to do it on my own, but I'd love to start a conversation about vulnerabilities, sharing that this here with you guys is a very vulnerable thing for me to do. I do want to share my thoughts I haven't actually made this channel public yet, so every time I've recorded something, I've recorded it in the hopes that, yes, I will make it public eventually, but for now, it's not. So hopefully when you guys see this and it's public, I will have explored vulnerability a little bit more to be able to be okay with sharing it with you. But what I really, really love is if you do have someone in your life whom you can share some kind of vulnerability with, a weight shared is a weight halved, I think the saying is, so don't carry it all on your own, I think is what I'd love to, I guess, start with. This, I know, is actually racking up to about 6 minutes, so I'm probably going to leave that vlog there for tonight, but I will be back with more vulnerabilities and talks about it, and I really do want to have a look at shaking that stigma surrounding any kind of mental health or things that make you feel weak because they are a part of your mental health and your life. So if you are watching and you're feeling like that, please talk to someone who you trust. It's hard, I know. I wish I had more words of wisdom for you, but that's all I've got. And I will have more, I promise. But now, for now, let's just open the conversation. I will add my socials on here so you can check me out. I will put them, oh golly, it's backwards, on this side. So check those ones out. I have started recording more videos to put up, so I will be putting those on a new channel. I have a new channel that I'm adding. It is called La Di Da Kids, and that is going to be my channel where I put all of my footage that I do for kids, so be sure to check that one out. And on my second channel with adult content, it will be locked to audiences over 18, so as to not mix those two up. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like, share, comment, ask questions. I want to share my vulnerabilities with you guys, so I would love to answer any questions that you have. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on my next vlog. Finger guns.